Welcome back to Sports Finds. Revolving light, you don't want to miss this. Today's biggest sports update is here, and it's about to change everything. Let's jump right in. The New York crowd came into Game 2 expecting control, expecting dominance, but what they got instead was a night that completely flipped the script. The Atlanta Hawks are not the same team that showed up in October. That much is clear. No Trae Young, no Kristaps Porzingis, a completely reshaped identity, a younger core, and a head coach in Quinn Snyder trying to build something on the fly while the pressure of the NBA playoffs kept rising. And yet, here they were in Madison Square Garden, staring down a hostile crowd, a 12-point fourth-quarter deficit, and a Knicks team ready to take a 2-0 series lead. But this version of Atlanta refused to break. From the opening tip, the energy inside MSG was loud, aggressive, personal. Knicks fans tried to set the tone early, even reigniting old chants aimed at Trae Young, only to realize he wasn't even on the floor anymore. That's when the narrative shifted. If Trae wasn't here, who was the villain now? The answer came from a new generation of Hawks. Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Onyeka Okongwu, players who weren't supposed to carry a playoff series this soon. Players who were still supposed to be learning, developing, finding their place. Instead, they were rewriting expectations in real time. Quinn Snyder had said before the game that he didn't want to put a ceiling on this group. And in Game 2, that belief started to look very real. The Knicks controlled most of the night. MSG felt like it was building toward a celebration. Every possession in the fourth quarter felt heavier, every basket more meaningful. Atlanta looked on the edge. And then everything changed. A defensive stand, a transition bucket, a shot that barely touched net. Suddenly, the Hawks were alive again. Possession by possession, they chipped away at the lead. The crowd got quieter. The pressure flipped. With seconds left, Atlanta completed the comeback, 107-106. A stunned silence fell over Madison Square Garden as the Hawks stole Game 2 and tied the series 1-1. The reaction was immediate. Knicks fans sat frozen, unable to process how quickly the game slipped away. Meanwhile, Atlanta's bench erupted like a team that had just discovered something bigger than a single win. They found belief. This wasn't just a playoff victory. It was a statement. A young, rebuilt Hawks team walked into one of the most iconic arenas in sports and didn't just survive, they took control of the series. Now, everything shifts to Atlanta for Game 3. Momentum is no longer on the side of the favorite. It belongs to the team that refused to quit. And the question hanging over this series is no longer about who replaced Trae Young. It's about how far this new Hawks identity can actually go. Hamare Channel Co. Subscribe Karna Mad